Tonight on Big Brother.
People are not getting a chance to get to know Ava.
The friendship that's tearing the house apart.
But I heard what you were saying, that I wouldn't let anyone near her. I was her guard dog or something.
You didn't do anything. We've just naturally bonded. I don't like what is happening. I don't like it.
It's not genuine, Angie.
I know.
There's 2 groups in the house now.
Really?
Yep. There's you, me, Stacey, Ben, Josh, and Layla and Angie sort of fall into that as well.
Yep.
And then there's Estelle, Bray, George. Oh, and Bradley's in that first group too. Regardless of how we feel about each other,
It's there.
that's a group. Estelle's sort of alienating herself.
I was going to fully jump out at you. I was like,
You missed it.
Oh, what did he do?
Oh.
Estelle made her half of the bed and
Not
left
mine.
Angie's.
That's really weird.
What Barbie do you reckon that is? Do you reckon that's selfish Barbie?
That's like psycho crazy.
Oh, wait, so we're now referring to Estelle as Barbie because she has so many
She's different.
personalities.
Because there's gangster Barbie, there's hippie Barbie,
There's horse riding Barbie.
horse riding Barbie.
That would imply that she's still ultimately the same person underneath those costumes.
I'm gonna make my half of the bed way nicer than her half of the bed, and then leave her half of the bed like that.
You go, girl.
we can't sing it because it's in our head.
What is it?
Hang on, wait. Are you ready for the main part?
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
George,
You know what it is.
these girls have lost the plot.
George, as lovely as he is, and these aren't my words, this is other people's words,
No, you could say it. I've been thinking of how I'm trying to describe George as well.
he's boring.
Yeah.
He's a very interesting character. Like, you know what I mean? Come from nothing, millionaire now, you know, really interesting.
Yeah.
But he's that basic bloke who doesn't really have much to say. And when he does, he sort of laughs it off as if having an opinion is a little bit, you know,
Bit of a joke.
wussy even. He's just like, oh, you know, whatever.
And I don't sweat too much, so it's good. I'm lucky.
There's also Mysterious Barbie. Mysterious Barbie's the one that you just don't know at any time what she's going to say.
Yeah.
So you can be like, Estelle, would you like a cup of tea? No, I only eat tofu tea today. Meow.
Give me a chocolate milk any day. I had like a challenge where I had to drink a big chocolate milk, eat a Wagyu steak, have all the potato that was on the bottom, which was like a mashed potato and like all the veg and whatever it came with.
Yeah.
My belly like swelled to like double its size.
Yeah,
You know
he
how big my
looked
belly
pregnant.
was?
Yeah, his belly was actually out here.
Yeah. It was just
But it's like
so
his six-pack
tight.
and then...
Ben, have you said anything to Estelle about the whole Estelle and Ava situation?
No, but I've had chats with her.
I was gonna just talk to Estelle.
Coming up.
Because I found someone that I bond with and that actually I understand without having to explain myself at every corner, and you're saying that I'm doing something.
Babe.
What have you guys been doing?
You know,
What happened yesterday?
six
Fill me in.
successions of sixes and sixes and a
Michael and Zoe are back from the captain's quarters, but nothing has changed while they've been away.
bully.
Ava and Estelle are still inseparable,
Good girl.
I'm all sweaty. I won't hug you.
and Estelle still remains the talk of the house.
She sort of said that she hasn't really connected
With anyone?
with anyone.
I think it's really
I was like, well, it's hard for people to connect with you because nobody knows
who you are.
which Estelle they're going to get. Are they going to get hip-hop Estelle? Are they going to get
Girl.
basketball jersey Estelle? Are they going to get hippie Estelle? Are they going to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cute. I haven't seen that yet. Oh, yeah. That's, oh, yeah, you haven't That one's that one, 3 stars, and then a bit of work around there, and then I've got the ribs.
Yeah, people are talking about like trying to get Ava away from her. I said I think it's fantastic that she's bonded with Ava.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I think there'd be nothing worse than having no one in this house who really wants to be around you and finally someone in and being able to connect with someone.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for Estelle, but it's like, I just don't want it to be detrimental.
But if Ava wants to be there...
Yeah, I know, but she doesn't want to then come across to Estelle as a bitch, because the minute she comes and starts socialising with everybody else, Estelle's going to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Michael's tattoos, some people would look at them and go like, what the hell were you thinking? I love them. But like, it's the ones where like, I'm just turned 18, I want a tattoo. They've looked at the wall and they've pointed at one. That's when it annoys
Mickey
me.
Mouse. Something's anything wrong with Mickey Mouse.
Well, if Mickey Mouse has something to you. Yeah, if Mickey Mouse means something to you.
Sure.
Fantastic.
High fives all around.
Take the hat off. Put it in the... If they fail us, because you won't
It's already done. I think we should celebrate. We just won luxury food.
The House have just been told they've passed this week's wildlife documentary task and have a $40 a head shopping budget.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
60 is ridiculous though.
Wait a minute.
You don't need $60.
Yes, you do need to.
We're just talking one person at a time. Michael, do you want to say something?
Last time we shopped before House 2 bought for us, it was 25 and 25. So that's what we did. And we never got to talk about how that was going to go because they bought for us.
After being shut down by Ben in the shopping debate, Estelle decides to bring the simmering tension to a head.
It just does feel like every time, to be honest, that I don't speak. I feel like I've been compressed in here because of whatever, but it...
Do you feel like that's happening
it's my
more
own
now?
perception, I know that, but it's just, it seems every time like I'm being courteous and I open my mouth, someone just like wants to grab onto something because they want to just...
I know exactly where you're coming from.
And
like,
it always seems to be you.
I do think that you probably are being a little bit isolated, and I think that, you know, if you're wanting to look at that...
Not anymore.
Not anymore, no.
I know that it's not, but at the same time, be really careful. Ava's just arrived, and everyone wants to have a turn with Ava. Like, it's not that she's the novelty toy, but everyone's keen. And at the moment, there's a lot of conversations in the house about the fact that people are not getting a chance to get to know Ava.
Well, I heard you yesterday, Ben, and I didn't address it with you because I didn't feel the need, but I heard what you were saying out there. Saying I was her guard dog or something, that I wouldn't let anyone near her. Like,
oh, I didn't say that you're a guard dog.
You said something similar on those lines.
I
you know
referred
what?
to you two being like the Bobbsey twins, and
yeah, which
saying,
you know we said that we are like that. You know,
I completely understand that, but I can tell you the housemates are talking about it, and they want to sit down and have a conversation with you to say that it's not fair with what you're doing. I went in and spoke to Big Brother.
She's not doing anything.
I went in and spoke to Big Brother about it.
She's not doing anything.
Because I found someone that I bond with and that actually I understand without having to explain myself at every corner, and you're saying that I'm doing something.
I'm just saying to you that I think that with you, the way that you are, you just need to be...
That's naturally who I am, because I'm welcoming and I wanted her to feel comfortable in her surrounds. I didn't grab her and say no one else can speak to her
I don't think that's fair, because you didn't do anything. We've just naturally bonded.
I don't find you to be any more estranged to me than anyone else. I find that I will only do what I can do to make sure that you're okay, and I've had lots of conversations with you in the house.
I feel that, Ben, when you're sitting out there instigating with comments that I won't even lower myself to bother repeating other than to you now, because I don't engage myself in that level of gossip and that level of humour, which is not humour when you're using personal attacks. It's hurtful, and Ben, I didn't approach you about it, and I didn't speak to even Ava about it or anyone. I internalised it because I don't want to be the person to bring myself to that level and say it's affecting me, because I just let it go.
It obviously is affecting you.
It does when you say something like that to me. Yes, it brings it and gives me this emotion, because it is then essentially a personal attack.
Next.
Why can't you just eat like a normal person?
Why do they keep sending us vegetarians?
After Estelle's chat with Benjamin, the house's attention turns to the weekly shopping.
We just haven't got the same money we had last week.
Well, it's not just the money, it's the time as well.
Yeah.
Ava is a vegetarian and they've forgotten to include tofu on the list.
We've got some bad news. There's no tofu.
So they took all the tofu.
It could have been worse. Your whole family could have died. Think
Bradley,
about that.
stop. Just stop, Bradley. Just for 1 minute.
It's serious.
So what I would do if I was you is I'd just go to Big Brother and say, look, just say, look, we all did it based on the fact that we assumed that there were 10 kilos of tofu left.
Yeah.
There's not, which means all you have is pretty much what you have in your that you guys bought together, and the small amounts. And then the baked beans, the staples, which you can eat, but you're not going to want to eat peaches and beans every day.
I was just looking at, once from today, we're going to have.
I've got eggs and tuna, and you eat fish, don't you?
What, Angie?
I just was mid-sentence, babe. I was like, don't
I was
worry.
talking at the same time as you. We both were talking at the same time.
Okay. I'm not going to argue.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying we're both speaking at the same time.
Okay, I just felt like I was just mid-conversation just then.
I was as well, though.
That's enough.
We're both speaking.
Ava.
We're both speaking at the same time. And you cut me off all the time, and I don't care. Like, I'm like, whatever. It's not just saying. I'm just saying because we're both talking at the same time.
It's all good. It's been a long day.
I'll do the hula.
Just I guess it has, apparently.
With no tofu for Ava, Big Brother has offered the house a deal. They can trade luxury food items at Big Brother's discretion.
What would a can of tuna if traded for tofu? What would that get you, like 5 tofus or just 1?
Probably maybe get me 2, maybe?
You want to swap my can of tuna?
If I sacrifice 2 tins of spaghetti, Radar sacrificed a tin of tuna, the hazelnut chocolate, and 2 packets of Tim Tams.
They're my Tim Tams.
So we need to rectify the food straight away so that you've got food. All of the items that he's offered us, we will have to surrender.
Should we go have a Tim Tam quickly before
Layla will actually have a bitch fit if you take her Tim Tams.
Go get him.
I can't give the Tim Tams.
Where's my yogurt?
So basically we're on staples. I can't give you the Tim Tams. Honestly, that's the only thing that's going to keep me sane.
Well, then don't give them up. You don't have to give them up.
I'm going to have to.
No, you don't. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Delicious yogurt. Hello.
Honestly, I really don't want to give my Tim Tam. Well, I'm going to have to, otherwise she can't have shitty tofu. But it just means that she's on staples, or... Well, no, not really, because she's got fruit and veg.
Why can't she just eat like a normal person?
Yeah, why can't she eat meat? Why do they keep sending us vegetarians?
Next,
Oh my God.
Angie confronts Estelle in the chat room.
I don't like it. I just don't.
Ava's tofu was left off the weekly shopping list, but the housemates are now making a trade of luxury food items with Big Brother.
Tinned spaghetti, tinned tuna, your box of Sultana bran, hazelnut chocolate, and 2 packets of Tim Tams.
Okie dokie, Big Brother.
Housemates, is there anything else?
Of course not.
You can't make any exceptions?
Because we need to offer the Sultana brand.
STUFF stuffing.
You need tofu? We don't need this. Let's just swap it for tofu.
Yeah. They've just been told she has to give up on Sultana bread.
This is what you want to have.
They're syncing up, man.
I still feel like, I don't know.
Don't. Seriously. If you can't live without Tim Tams, you probably don't deserve to be a human. And chocolate, like hazelnut chocolate, Ben's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's done.
I just feel bad.
Don't feel bad. Seriously.
It's like second day and I'm ready to keep people upset.
Nah, you'll be alright. Need a hug?
Yes, I do need a hug.
Big Brother has opened a new room where the parlour and man cave used to be. It's a private cafe reserved for private conversations. And tonight, it's available to 2 housemates.
Angie, you can go in there with Estelle. You said you want to do that today.
Yeah? Estelle, you keen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. What's going?
Go, babes.
Have fun.
Enjoy the profiterole.
Oh, hello. Oh my God. So I wanted to talk to you. I know you and Ava are like getting along like a house on fire, but it's just people are taking it the wrong way. I'm gonna try and open the doors.
I don't think. Can I?
I know what you're gonna say.
It's
just
not genuine,
let me,
Angie.
I know. But
It's not
that's
a genuine
the thing,
way
is
for people to get to know
hate-
each other.
I don't like what is happening because that I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. And it just doesn't sit well. And it's, you know, it's that line between having a giggle at something and then just being rude.
But that's their
Do you know
problem.
what I mean?
I can take
it is
I'm
their
sure
problem.
that Ava can, if she's
But
can't, if she's 29.
I know. I just feel like it will also benefit you as well as Ava, as well as the house. Full stop. There should be no division in a house. In a house
But
as small as this,
there will be, Angie.
there's little
I
divisions,
believe
like there's
that-
little cliques, but there should be no division between, like when Ben says, "Oh, this the house," and then he's talking about you and Ava. That is huge,
But that's
and
his
that's
perception,
ridiculous.
and if he wants to filter that down onto people, that's up to him and those people to follow and do that.
Can you imagine the banal things they're talking about right now to avoid the issue that Angie hates Estelle
Yeah,
now?
they're both. She's going to say, "Oh, look,
cake.
There's cake."
Imagine they're both in there right now, just
when you
cake flying everywhere.
I love
hoping-
that you care, okay? And don't take it any more than I'm thanking you for having this conversation. But what I'm saying is, if you're talking about opening doors, the doors need to be open and not. And actually open,
And I'm
because
gonna make
they're
sure
not.
those
People
doors get
saying
open.
they're
No,
going.
that's what I'm saying.
It's like in team. No, but it's not. It's not even a concern. The little chats that we have, they're real. They're real chats because we're not trying to force them to have them. We're having them
just
because we're
having them normally.
interested.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Housemates, you have 1 minute left in the chat room.
Let's stop our faces.
All I want to say
appreciate
is just
the perception.
You've heard the perception.
Yeah.
Don't.
I knew it was there.
Don't be on a rampage. Don't do this. Don't do this. I know
won't
you would
change.
never.
You know I won't change.
But just bear in mind that is what people are thinking, even though I know you already knew it.
I already knew. It's funny because people think I'm oblivious. I'm just above it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm
Housemates,
arrogant.
Your hour in the chat room is up.
Okay,
It's
thanks, Big
time
Brother.
to return to the house.
Thanks, Big Brother.
Thanks,
Food was
Big
good.
Brother. Food was beautiful. Coffee was fantastic.
You eat the strawberry. You eat that.
It was top.
Dreamworld, the home of Big Brother.